De1tashine. I'm a Fox from East Coast. Moved to EU for school. I'm looking to compete next year, around like February or so. Um, then I've been playing from 2020. I started in December 2019, but mainly a Sippy kid. I stopped around 2021 August, and then
Mm-hmm.
started back up again in 2022 when school ended.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay. And what are we going over today?
Fox Falco. Probably the
Okay.
matchup that's given me the most trouble since I've started playing.
Okay.
Like,
Very
sure,
reasonable.
um, sometimes Marth kind of annoying, but it really comes and goes. It's like, oh, I struggle with Marth, and then I figure something out, and then I completely destroy all the Marths I'm playing, and then I go back to struggling, and then it's just a cycle. So I actually
Hmm.
kind of like fighting Marth. Fox Ditto, I don't like that matchup, but I also love it. It's very volatile, but none of my foxes at my level drill grab, and I do, so it's
Mm-hmm.
free.
So you're like, oh, this
Um,
matchup's kind of nice.
yeah, it's like, oh, you
Cool.
guys don't do this? Okay, cool. I'll
Yeah.
just
I don't.
take my full chain grab.
Yeah. Your mic is just like sometimes it just randomly like super maxes out.
I don't know what
I'm
to do with
not
that.
sure how to prevent this. I guess just be careful about it or something. But it's just like
Um,
it's like when you
yeah,
were laughing, it was just like so. I don't really know
just
if like
more quiet.
what we can do to fix that, or if you have like a
And I
different.
can use my phone mic, but no, I don't know if that's any better.
Yeah, let's just try this for now. If something happens with it again, we'll switch.
Okay, sure thing.
Okay. Here, let me screen share you.
Right. Only issue is if we do my phone mic, then I won't be able to look at the screen share just because of how
Okay.
choppy it'll
Well,
look.
let's just stick with this and just like
Yeah.
try to be careful you don't get too close to it or something. I guess I don't really know. It seems just kind of volatile. Okay, no worries though. All right, so we're looking at.
Does it sound awful, or is it just it gets loud?
No, it sounds fine. It's just like sometimes it gets like an air sound, like it sounds
Yeah.
like air, and it's like somebody like punching the mic. But you
Okay.
you talking sounds completely fine, so don't worry about it. Okay. So you took a bunch of notes on this game, versus Ryson. Is that
Game
how you
one, since
Ryson?
I have no clue, man.
Okay.
Uh, I only really did that for game one because I figured after game one, any notes that I have is probably just going to be repetitive if we
Mm-hmm.
look at it, because the stuff you're going to say. So
Yeah,
I
that
only did
happens a
that for him.
lot. That's a good idea. Okay. So I guess we can go over your notes uh, first, and then we'll go through and see what I think of stuff afterward. So let's see. All right. So let's see. So at 11 seconds.
So you remember, I believe it was Deep Fox, right? How you were saying it happened, like, sort of right there. It might happen again. It's when I like full hop and then it's like I'm going to go to the top plat and then I actually just double jump fall through.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
sure if I do that because I only learned about it this morning when I was watching that VOD.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so I can't tell whether or not that's an issue with me. I just know
Mm-hmm.
I sort of a little bit might do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So let's see. You said, should I have option select dashback shield here for power shield instead of trying to full hop? Which position?
I
Let's see.
give the time.
Yeah. So this is 10, 11. This full hop right here.
Yeah.
Um. So full hop up airing Falco on top platform when you are at low percent is pretty safe. So like usually
I
I
was
would
not
say
expecting to hear that.
so I would usually say that this is pretty in your favor, like to just spam the full hop up air on like Yoshi's
Right.
and stuff. It's pretty difficult to punish, and I would say the only time it gets a little dangerous is like when Falco can like maybe down air you out of it, and then you get knocked down onto the ground or something. But at 0, it's like pretty safe. So I don't like you definitely wouldn't need to dash back shield there anyway. Like, as long as you just keep dash dancing and making it ambiguous where you are, he can't really, like, fall on... Like, you know, him falling from top plat is not, like, a super strong attack, like, right here. Like, if you're dash dancing and he... As long as he doesn't know which side of him you're gonna be on, then he's not in a very good position to attack you. 'Cause, like...
Why do I want to be scared of that?
Hmm?
Why do I want to be scared of that? You know, if he knows which side I'm going to be on.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily being scared of it. It's just that, like, if you're dash dancing over here and he's right here, then he's just going to drop laser, which is fine.
Right.
It's just not, like, what I'm saying is, like, it's not going to be, like, if you're doing it ambiguously here, he might not even want to drop because he doesn't want to, like, deal with, like, the mix-up or whatever. And, like, if he does decide to come down...
Keeps him there.
If he does decide to come down, like, shielding is not horrendous. Like, if he does come down right on top of you. It's just, like... it's not a very limited position. Like, I would say, like, if I'm the Falco in this spot, I'm definitely thinking, like, uh-oh, here comes Fox's up air. I'm gonna try to, like, SDI it up, or I'm gonna try to, like, get out of the way, which he does. So it's not really, like, a position where you're really worried too much about Falco approaching you. So I think this full hop was fine. Let's see, 20 seconds. I assume the short hop bear was a dare, but even still, full hop should have been the choice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, 20 seconds. Did I miss it? Let's see. Short hop
I think you have to go
back
frame
air.
by frame.
Okay.
In the back air.
19, okay. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
I see.
I actually had to check the animation frame, because I couldn't remember since it was so small of a window.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, so basically the rule is sort of like your short hop only beats Falco when you're above him. So, like, either if he's lasering or you're above him. So, like, normally the fact that Falco's short hop is a little bit higher than yours sort of, like, ruins a lot of short hop aerial stuff. So, like, it's not that short hop aerial is necessarily awful, but in, like, a defensive position like this, where you think Falco's already going to be coming in with his short hop, then yeah, the short hop is always going to lose, just because Falco's is a little bit higher. So yeah, that's why you want to do full hop, so that basically, because you're like, here's my short hop, and he's like, I'm a little bit higher than you, and then you're like, I'm a little bit higher than you, you know? So it's kind of like whoever's above wins here. So yeah, you're right that a full hop is correct. Let's see. 21 seconds. Did not react in time to do dash back. Fairly sure I should have gone to plat and reset. Okay, so this is like right here. No. Okay, so the dash back here was actually completely fine. The issue was the dash back in. So, like, from this position, it's because you were too, like, you didn't want to, like, you didn't want to enter run. And so you so at the end of your dash, you turned around here, and then that's what got you hit. If you just literally, like, foxtrot away, like, just one full dash away, or just, like, run and crouch away, or... Yeah, like you were saying, full hopping to the side plat is, like, also a valid solution.
I'm pretty sure I mean dash back from right here. I'm pretty sure that's what I mean by react, not my first dash back.
Well, okay, so I guess what I mean to say is that, like, that was kind of where the mistake was made, was right here, was dashing back in, but if you were, like, a super top level Fox here, it's not about reacting to this down air. Never try to react to your opponent aerialing, like, at you. Like, that's not That's not especially like a spacey. Like, don't be like, oh, like I can react to the down air coming. Like, that's just not a thing.
Hold on, is that the case for like Falcon 2 or no?
Um,
'Cause I'm just thinking like Stomp, right? Should I look at that or no?
yeah. So
Definitely off topic, but
yeah, no, you're good. So Falcon's aerials are all so down air is reactable every time, and knee, nair, back air, etc. are reactable if you are crouching because they hit high. Like he has a high short hop. It's like if
yeah, I know about the back air and the up air.
back air and the up air, where like
I know about that not hitting you.
yeah, and
You
the
have to,
same
like,
as with the knee.
super
Like
loose.
the knee just starts too high off of an instant knee, and you get to shield before it comes down onto you. Same with nair. It's like the first hit always goes over your head, and then you can shield the second hit, and stuff like that. But like that's because he doesn't have like this like spacey drill approaching constant hitbox thing. That's what kind of makes like Spacey's aerials different from like the other characters, is they have like these like moving at you super meaty hitbox type moves, you know, like down air and stuff like that. And so yeah, you're not going to be able to react to the down air, but what you can do is like when you dash back right here, get more comfortable dash dancing like super in the corner, because like basically this is like a common feeling type situation where Falco is basically only able to punish you from this position if you go back in. And, like, you can actually dash back here and then just dash into the corner more and then, like, be safe here. So it's less like about reacting and more about, like, maintaining a safe distance when you're trying to be defensive. And so it's like you can either get this tight dash dance in the corner to avoid his max range aerial, or, like you said, go to platform. Or you can hard read this by doing some, not necessarily a super hard read, but by doing something like dash away here, and then you do dash in, and then shield. And then if he does this down air, you know, you get the shine out of shield punish. That's like another like good option that you could use there. Okay, 26 seconds. Do I need to respect bear, or was I slow? Okay.
He does a fade back bear here. Oh, this is a different situation, maybe?
This bear?
Yeah.
Like
this
this.
is the shine out of shield, right?
Yeah. No, this is 100%. You can just shine out of shield. This easy peasy. Yep. 3-4.
If you ever see me spot dodge and shield, I'm definitely trying to shine out of shield. I don't.
Okay. That's a common mistake. Don't worry about it. Okay, 44 seconds. Should have been a drill or late nair. Bear does nothing. Okay. This one?
And it's just a scrubby bear.
Yeah, no, the thing is that this is a bear that, like...
Feels good if it hits.
Yeah, and it's like, basically, this bear is a problem, even, like, to top level. Like, I literally had, like, a period, like, earlier this year... No, it must have been last year, where I was, like, on Cody about it, where I was like, Cody, you need a nair there, because everybody does this back air. And the nair is...
Late nair here. I think late nair here is so juicy.
Yes, late nair here, or obviously like drill can kind of work here, but yeah, late nair is just so much better shield pressure, and it's because you don't hit with this like lower foot too early.
Yeah.
And even a lot of times if you drop in there on this side, this back air still hits high enough up that you don't get the good pressure, whereas like the nair is just so nice every time. So yeah, you're correct, the nair is much better here. Okay, 50 seconds. And you said, meant to fall under the stage and rising bear, though I think they would have dodged. Got outplayed here. Okay.
Guarding Falco's is tricky.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure if this one was tricky. I think I might have just been able to shield drop shine now that I look at it again. Maybe.
I'm... oh. Okay. I think this is such a random, bizarre situation. I've never seen this position before, and from just like a cursory glance, this is basically unedge guardable. Like you can get it off of maybe like a 25% chance. So basically the issue here is that like you can't go off stage early, and it's because of Randall. Randall just adds a lot of
Yeah.
complexity here. It's like you can't go off stage here because you might end up in a spot where like he gets
You go
to
low.
to Randall. Maybe the best option here, if I really think about it, is that right here you just short hop off and fast fall Nair to Randall. That might be like your best
Really?
option. Hmm?
Really?
Yeah, like, cause like it'll cover him doing these up Bs and like landing on Randall, you know?
But what if he just side Bs?
Well, he's not gonna, he doesn't have time to get high enough up to side B. Like, watch how low he goes. So like right here. So you're saying you're afraid that he just goes like choo choo, right?
Right.
Like instantly. Okay, so I guess like that could happen, but like by the time he's dropped this low, you could start, you could go for this. Like you're already jumping here,
Okay.
you could have definitely like tried to nair out
Right.
here. But like I said, extremely rare, extremely complex situation, and like when you end up in this spot, I would 100% right here just do like a shine bear, and I would have shine bared right here. And the problem with this is that he has too many mix-ups. He has this angle, he has this angle, he has straight up drift to edge, and he has straight up fast fall drift back to Randall. And there's no option that covers all of those. So
Here I just tournament winner, unfortunately.
yeah, but
Tournament.
you weren't gonna hit it with the back air anyway, so don't worry.
Yeah,
about
I
it.
know.
Like yeah, just ignore that situation. It's too ridiculous. Like if I would not feel bad for missing it, like if it were me.
Okay.
So don't feel bad. Okay. Let's see. Why does Bear lose here
Real
at
quick.
50? Yes.
Okay. What do I do if there's no Randall? Do I just take the edge and do shine bear like you were saying, or is that only because Randall's there?
Let's see. So let me look at it with 0 Randall.
I really doubt the answer is to drop down Nair again.
No, obviously not. So basically, you get put in a position where dude, so this is just a very tricky up B spot. Like I said, I probably would have shined back here no matter what, and he would have grabbed ledge. There's not, like, you do kind of, like, there are ways to maybe, like, there's ways to cover the vertical up B, but I'm not sure if there's ways to cover everything here, because, like, right here, and, like, I would do, like, shine to cover this angle, and then if you, like, because you're kind of invincible here, so you can kind of, like, cover the low angle with shine, and then shine stall, and see which angle he takes, and then you could have reacted to it with back air. But like,
What if instead of going for like the kill, I cover like 2 options and then go for maybe a good position on the third? Like, what if I cover low and in, and I just try to see if I can hit high? If they do that, right? Think there's a way to do that?
Yeah, you just don't really have enough time against Falco because his up B is so short. Like, you definitely have time to do that against Fox. Let me think. Yeah, there's like a bunch of ways you could have kind of prevented this like ahead of time. Like right here, a lot of Foxes will just short hop off here. Like a lot of times if you short hop off and he double jumps side Bs, you'll still have time to shine it. That's probably the best. Like once you're here, going to ledge is like a safe option. If you want to like maybe cover more, you could try to stay on stage. I don't really want to go too far into this situation. It's really like not something you should be focusing on, this random bizarre up B position. Because 99% of the time, if he up Bs in this spot, you're in a position where you can just jump out and shine it. Okay, so if
Yeah,
you
so I did get outplayed.
yeah, it's more of just there was a situation you just couldn't really do a lot in. I doubt that they like planned that entire mix-up out. Okay, so 54 seconds. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, this back air is just spaced wrong. Like, you need to be more over here. Like, your back air, like, basically you're close enough that, like, your back air is just not out yet. That was why you lost. You would have at least traded, probably, if your back air had been out. That was why.
What's the spacing?
Well, it's the spacing and the timing because like you can fully beat this short hop. Okay, so like you can beat this short hop down air by like if you don't drift in quite so much and you just fall like right here and you back air,
Okay.
you can beat this straight up. If you make this drift mistake and you do it right here, that's fine. You'll probably get a trade. But look, it's four. It comes out in four. 1, 2, 3. So you just get hit before it comes out. So you could do everything the same and just back air earlier, and this would probably hit Falco. Okay, 101. Do I just go to ledge here and firestall? No. A lot of times you can just live against Falco by being like on a side platform. So like for instance, like let's say you just like you sit right here and you dash dance right here, and then when he comes back, he like drops like this, and then when he's right here, you just run to the other side, and then he drops down and you full hop to side plat. Like he can't get you. You have basic like Fox is not catchable during Falco's invincibility ever. Like Falco should
He,
never ever ever hit you during invincibility.
what if he like instant shield drop dare to try to read the run through? Should I just react and not do that?
Um
Right there, you just
no, like you can just time it. Like it's not about reacting, it's just about like okay, you're here and you see him here. And so you're saying if you run past right here, he's not going to be fast enough to reach you. He's coming off the top platform.
okay.
If you are afraid that he might hit you here, you can just like shield and roll right here. There's just so many ways to do it. Basically, when somebody is invincible, between stocks, your goal is to waste as much of those invincibility frames as possible without having to do a mix-up. And so, like, you don't want to like pick a position and like claim it and be like, I'm gonna defend this position when you get back, because then they can just make a beeline straight for your position. You want to be like moving around, and then like look, like if you can stalemate with a Falco normally, then you can avoid, you know, invincible Falco. Like that's all it is that like you can't hit them during this period, but you know how to run away from Falco with like full hops and stuff, you know, like full hops and shielding on the platform. Falco can't approach into that like at all, so you're just like safe as long as you don't immediately, like I would even say like okay, so like he dies. Honestly, a lot of times what I'd probably do is I would probably like just dash through, like stay ambiguous here, wait until he drops down, try to pick the opposite side, full hop the top plat, or full hop the side plat, I mean. It's a fairly simple process when you're just not like, oh, they're invincible, I'm so scared, I need to literally like get invincibility of my own. It's more like, okay, like just wait, and then when they try to hit me, I run away.
Okay.
Because Fox is just faster. Like it's like tag, he can just get out of the way. Alright, 113. Is this wasted advantage? What should I have done? If not, go to plat. Okay. It's wasted advantage. Okay. Where exactly in this are you talking about?
What's the time I put?
Because you said... Is this wasted
13.
advantage? What should I have done? If not, go to plat. That's at 113.
Laser.
Is it like right here?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because you can like it is a little bit of a wasted advantage because you can definitely come down on Falco with like a pressure here, but
What counts
going
as pressure?
huh?
What counts as pressure?
Like you're not gonna get like a true punish on the down air, but you can like down air his shield and stuff like that. That's what I mean. Like down air or nair his shield, like right here, when he's coming over, like this, like, you're already at a point where you're not going to be able to whiff punish this. But you can, like, notice that he shields. He's getting ready for you to do, like, a shield pressure on him.
I should just drift in and then try to go for like a drill shine.
Drill or nair, like, just pressure, like nair shine grab or something, you know. And then if you decide to not take it for whatever reason, like, you're still safe. You're still safe here because he just dropped shield. Like, you get hit, like, in a completely different interaction afterward.
Okay, so he just moved on from that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just...
Like, it was just like, you could have pressured him, you didn't take it, and then that was it. And then a new situation started where you were dash dancing and you got hit.
I let myself be cornered by Falco. I didn't go for that, and I didn't.
Yeah, like, if you're cornered against Falco here, like, you know, just hold out your shield for a second, maybe get some shine out of shields. If not, go to ledge. If not, go to plat. Like, there's a bunch of defensive options you can take here. Okay, let's see. 120. Short hop shine or nah?
See that little up B? I know I can hit that. Maybe.
Right here? Oh, nah, not really. Like, you could, it's like barely reactable. Like, if you were running here, and then you were running off the stage, and you saw this, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it grabs on 15, 8, 9, I think that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. I might have miscounted because I missed my frame button, like, once. But, yeah, it's like 15 or 16 frames. It's barely reactable. Like, you can, if you're just standing right here, you can shine it. But, a lot of times you won't be able to. So, this is just kind of a situation where it's like, unless you hard read Falco doing this, you're not going to be able to get the recover, like, the edge guard here. If you did something like if you, like, immediately wave dash to edge here, maybe you would be in a situation where you could cover this, you know, but, like...
Would I get clipped by a side B?
Hmm?
Would I get clipped by a side
You
B?
could. Yeah. Like, there's not,
That's
like...
happened to me. Yeah.
It's like...
How about drill edge cancel?
Nah, a lot of time... Like, he's spaced too far away for the drill to hit. Honestly, this was just, like, a pretty good recovery by the Falco. In a lot of situations like this, like, just because you shined Falco off doesn't mean the game is over if you do the right thing, you know? Like, you still have to continue playing the game, and it's like, if Falco does an option in neutral, and I'm like, oh, you could have done this here, and you're like, oh, but if I do this here, what if he did this? I would have gotten hit. And it's like, well, yeah, there's always some element of, like, risk to things, and you kind of have to, like, judge whether the risk is worth it or not. And so, like, in a spot...
And you're saying wave dash to ledge is worth it here.
I'm saying it's not always super clear. Like, if you wave dash perfectly to edge here, like, if you double jump and then wave dash here, and you go to here, Falco maybe can, like, there's no way he's going to be able to side beat you in time. But, maybe if you, like, wave land down here like you did, and then wave dash back, he has enough time. I mean, let's see. So you do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is when you would be, like, here fast falling to ledge. Like, you definitely have enough time in this specific position. So yeah, but, like, okay, let me finish this game, and then I'm gonna, because there's only, like, 2 more things left, and then I can go into some issues that I'm noticing from just watching this. If that makes sense for you. Like, we can do whatever you want to do, but, okay. 136 should have full hop in 20 seconds, or just dash right. What if they laser? Okay, wait, this is 136. Okay, as he said, full hop in
giving an example of another situation that occurred earlier in the game.
Oh, I
That's
see. Or just dash dance
yeah.
right. Is this like when you get hit right here? Right
Yeah, please.
here? Or...
Let me see.
Hmm?
26. I said, let me see. Yeah, I think here.
Mm-hmm. Um... Okay. So you're spacing him out, and then you basically just go for this, like, jump gamble here. Like, I don't really understand what motivates you to jump in here, because nothing has happened. Like, you're dash dancing, he walls an option, and then you're dash dancing, and then, like, right here you decide you're gonna run in at Falco and nair, or whatever. And I don't really understand why. I'm kind of curious.
I think I wanted to take space. That's what it looks
Mm-hmm.
like to me. Looks like he was, holding back for a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just take this. And then he ran back and then dared. I'm like, oh,
Right, and it's because, like, just because he hasn't taken it yet, like, you don't really know what his decision is gonna be. You know, like, Falco can do all kinds of things out of that position, and, like, out of just, oh, we're dash dancing in the corner, like, and yeah, he's not shooting, like, they're not shooting lasers like they should be here, but basically, whenever you make an aggressive action that, like, I'm gonna take space, you can get hit. Like, it is a risky decision, and your goal should be to sort of make as few of these as possible. Like, you don't want to just be like, well, I guess I'll take space. You want to be like, okay, if I take this much space, I think I'm still safe if he tries to hit me. Stuff like that. Um, and you said, what if they laser? If they laser, you just have to play the neutral out. Like, with the full hops and the dashing and the dash back, just, like,
okay.
play the neutral out, and you should be good regardless of what they do. But when you start taking gambles where you're like, nothing's really happening, so I guess I'll just roll the dice, you don't want to roll the dice ever. So just because nothing's happening doesn't, like, for you to roll the dice, they should have to, like, force you. They need you, like, cornered, and you're in a bad spot, and you're like, okay, fine, I'll just roll the dice and I'll randomly, spot dodge or roll or something like that. That's like, they want you to roll the dice. So if they're doing nothing and you decide to roll the dice, you're just giving them a big advantage for no reason. And I could say the same for this Falco, because if you were just playing safe here, so, like, watch, like, right here, you just dash dance shield, and you wave dash back, and you dash dance around, and then, like, you can just shield grab this or something and kill him, or dash dance grab it, or full hop over it. Like, this is a gamble by Falco, too. But, like, if you're gambling and they're gambling, sometimes you're going to lose the gamble, sometimes you're going to win, and it's not a situation you want to be in. Like, you don't want to be gambling.
Okay.
Let's see, 139. Should I have taken the grab? No, I like that up tilt.
Okay.
That was a good up tilt. Okay, so I want to take a second to... Okay, so you feel like we went through, like, your questions on that game pretty well?
Yo, I watched this game, I don't even know how many times, and it's really hard to come up with anything to say that happened in here.
Wait, say it again? Like, what do you mean? Like, are you saying, like... I'm saying, like... Wait, which... Are you talking
I
about...
watched the game, and then my head's just empty. I'm like, wow, what is my takeaway?
I see.
I have a lot of games like that, and
Yeah. No, I
hard
can
to
I
find
can
videos.
definitely see your problem from going over this analysis.
Mhm.
You are going way too hard for breadth on your analysis and not picking things that you
Breath?
want to figure out. Like, you're going way too much for, like, I'm going to look at every interaction and figure out what I did wrong there. And you basically end up with, like, this big list of, like, 100 mistakes per match, or like 100 things you could do differently per match. and that's like it's just like a mistake in like the analytical style that you're using, basically, that a lot of people do. And so we're gonna I kind of want to hopefully give you like a better idea for how to like go over your VODs. And I
That'd be
think
great.
and I think ultimately that'll be like what helps you out. Okay, so the main thing is I tell people is that you want to go into your VODs with one question if you can. It's okay if that question is why did I lose, and you can just go over it and see kind of why you lost, and then maybe get a different question and then go over the VOD again with the same question. So like let me watch this as if I'm you and I'm just like, why did I lose? Okay? And we're just going to kind of go over the VOD and look at kind of more how I would look at like these types of interaction. So the most important thing is how you die and are you getting kills. So I would just kind of watch and I'd be like, okay, hitting a bunch, and I'm not going to be thinking about any of this stuff. Like it's like you can, because implementation, like implementing new things into your game plan is a one at a time thing. Like looking through and being like, oh, I should have done this here and this here and this here. It's not actually gonna get through to like your brain and like your play. So a lot of stuff where like minor things are happening or like stuff like this, I consider this like mostly irrelevant. And maybe something will come up that's interesting to talk about, but like if I'm watching a lot of times and I'm just trying to figure out basically why I'm losing, I want to look at like how the stocks get taken. So sometimes I might even like skip through and be like, okay, how did I die? And I'm like, okay, he just gets this edge guard on me, and it was off of, let's see, what was it off of? Like he punishes my bad aerial from like that weird spot, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, how do I kill him, or do I die again? And I'd be like, okay, let's see. Oh, he's dead. How did he die? I'm like, oh, okay, I killed him with a back air at like 83, but it seems like it took a lot of different combos to get there. So I'll be like, okay, maybe the punish game was like an issue. I'm not really sure yet. And then I'm like, okay, how did he open me up here? Oh, he got me during invincibility, and you know, maybe I need to like think about that. And I'll make like a couple little notes, but I'm not finding anything to super focus on yet. And I'm kind of looking at like, okay, looks like it took him a few neutral openings to hit me. I'm noticing that like I'm kind of like taking more damage and kind of getting beat up more than him. And I'm like, huh, he's always at these like weird low percents. And so it almost feels like I'm not really like hitting hard enough, you know? And I'm kind of just getting like scrambled on, and then Falco's getting like confirms or something. And then yeah, it's like here, it's like his damage just sort of steadily climbs. So then I would say, okay, it seems like he's taking my stocks, you know, faster than I'm taking his, but I feel like I'm getting enough openings. So then I'd maybe go back and look and be like, okay, so what do I get off of my combo openings? And be like, okay, that's not really a combo opening. But let's see, what combo openings do I get this game that, like, I drop, you know? Because that's clearly important, because, like, if I'm not taking the stocks, I'm just getting a little bit of damage on each opening, and so that's not good. So it's either an issue...
Chase. I believe there was a tech chase coming up.
Okay. So yeah, I would basically be like, there's either an issue that I'm not doing the combo well enough, or that I'm getting the wrong neutral opening. And okay, so I'm still waiting. I'm waiting to see if you get like an actual opening. And okay, so all of these so far are just kind of empty damage. You haven't gotten like a real knockdown. So I'm starting to think more along the lines of like, okay, maybe he's not getting like the right neutral openers, you know? And, or, you know, if I'm looking at it for me, I'm like,
You can
okay.
watch like a Battlefield or an FD game.
Mm-hmm.
Have one for all the stages.
Okay. And yeah.
The other one for Yoshi's, for example.
Yeah, and I'm down to go over that in 1 second. Yeah, so it's more like, okay, kill off a stray hit. I'm not really, like, when does Falco take damage? It's all just really little tiny hits. Like, there's no big combos that have been happening at all. So, like, my initial impression might be, okay, what if how many drill grabs did I get this match? And the answer is 0. It's like, okay.
Missed like 2.
Huh?
Yeah. Missed like 2.
Oh, you missed 2 of them? Okay. But it's like, yeah, so none of those drill grabs hit. And it's like, okay, how many, like, up smash kills did I get this game? It's like, well, none of those either. It's like, did I get any, like, early gimps? Like, no. It's like, did I get any up airs? Up air, up air, up air is a really common combo in this matchup. Didn't get any of those either. And so I would be like, okay, it seems like the issue might be punish related. So the next time I play a Falco, I'm going to focus extra hard on getting as many drill grabs as I can, and getting as many like up throw combos as I can, and getting as many like up air combos as I can, and seeing like how that will like affect things. And that would be kind of like if I was going over my own VOD, what I would take from it. I'm not going to be looking at all these little interactions, because like ultimately that's just one interaction or a couple interactions, and what you really want to be focusing on is like why your game plan and your habits, like why your habits are not beating the other person's habits. And a lot of times that comes down to like taking stocks, losing stocks, a lot of really common issues even among like top players. We're always going over these same issues of like, I'm not using the right neutral openers, I'm not hitting hard enough off of the neutral openers, I'm not DIing their moves well enough so that like their combos all work, or I'm putting myself in a position for their best combo starter, or I'm not good against like people camping me or whatever, or I'm not good against invincibility. There's like all these issues that like continuously come up among like all players in like a lot of matchups, and you just have to kind of figure out like which one of these big mistakes am I probably making overall, and not really focus as much on those individual situations. Okay. So what did you want to do? I saw you linked this Deep Fox video.
That was just for context.
Okay, yeah, it was because of, let's see, what was it? What was
the full hop double jump fall through plat?
Yeah, and obviously the full hop double jump fall through plat is awful. Okay,
See, if you like bot review with friends, no one's ever gonna point that stuff out. No one knows.
No one's ever gonna what? What do you mean?
Point that out.
The double jump fall through?
Yeah, that is bad. You're not. They look at other stuff. So it's just you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, and the double jump fall through platform thing is like, I'm not expecting you to like go through your own VODs and pick those out, and it's not even like what I would consider like a focus of any analysis I've done. It's more like it's just such an easy quick fix that I like to mention it to people who do it. Right. It's just so easy to just never do again. Okay, wait, so do you have those other Slippy files you could send?
I do. What would you like to look at?
Whichever ones you send, it's fine. Battlefield, sure.
Okay.
Battlefield, Dreamland, maybe.
I have a Dreamland.
Okay. So now, because I have that like previous knowledge of the other VOD, where like I'm like, okay, it seems like the big hits are not hitting, and there's a lot of like little scrambles and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of be looking. So yeah, so here's a missed drill grab, but it was like very clearly like misspaced. Like you're not gonna be able to get this.
The fade back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fade back there misspaced?
A lot of time. No. So the fade back here was great. This is actually okay. So this is like a minor situation. The best solution here is usually to just drill again, like just immediately drill again, but try to get more onto Falco. You can obviously take safer options and stuff too, but I've just been hit 10 million times by Foxes drilling here. They drift back, they get the poke, and they drill again right onto me. So
do you short hop?
Yeah. And it's not like an unbeatable solution, it's just like a solid thing you can do there.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to be looking for, and a lot of times among those issues of like, I'm bad on invincibility, I'm bad when they can't, blah, 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 like those major issues I was talking about is like, you really want to focus in on just the most egregious one. Like, you might be bad at multiple things, or multiple things might jump out. They're like, oh, I'm bad at DIing their combos, and I'm also really bad at doing my combos. And you kind of have to choose which one seems like it's making a bigger difference in the match. Normally,
My DI awful?
huh?
Is my DI bad?
No, I'm saying that like a lot of times you're gonna have multiple problems with your gameplay in a match, even when you're trying to focus on like big picture problems. And so the thing I want to emphasize is to focus on like one major recurring problem at a time. It's kind of like if, your roof is caving in, but you're worried about, vacuuming or something like that. It's like focusing on these little details when there's like these huge details, and it's like, okay, well, the roof is caving in, but we also don't have running water, and it's like, okay, which one of those probably matters more? And it,
I have
depends on
the window open. I haven't fed my dog.
yeah, so there's all these little things, and you kind of have to like be able to prioritize like what is the most pressing, brutal issue that like keeps happening to me that I need to fix, and then just put all of your effort into fixing that one problem one at a time.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch this game under the lens that like maybe you're not hitting hard enough. Which seems currently from the last game to be a big issue. And this Falco is hitting pretty hard. Like, that was a pretty strong combo by them.
Yeah, a lot of the Falcos, they kind of do that. They know how to hit their punish.
They do know how to punish Fox, yeah. And so, yeah, there's a lot of, like, there's that falling back air pressure that you talked about from the last game. There's a lot of sort of, like, chaotic situations that you're looking for rather than playing, like, for setups.
Am I doing scrambles, or are you just saying it's...
Yeah, like it's kind of that you're like you're going from a situation of like true neutral into like a gambly type scramble situation, like without a plan of what might happen if you succeed. Like this back air, there's no plan of like, oh, when this back air hits, I'll get this, and it'll lead into this, and then Falco will die. It is literally just like, I want to hit my hitbox on Falco, and this is the way that my brain told me the easiest right now, And it's like, it's not a setup, and it's not leading to anything. So when you go for your openings, you want to make sure that the opening has like a future in mind. That like, if I hit this opening, these future things that are good for me and bad for them can kind of happen. Whereas, like, from a back air like this, like, oh, and then you're like, I want something good to happen out of it, and nothing does. And then you're just kind of...
How do you really learn those things? How do you really learn those things?
I mean, it's just like, you know what your combos are, right? Like, for instance, drill grab, up throw, tech chase, up air, Yeah. Those are combos that everybody knows. And you have to think of, like, setups for those combos. So, like... you like the up tilt. Drill is a setup for the up tilt. So you want to land a clean drill to get the up tilt. Stuff like that. So it's not like a complicated thing to learn. It's about only interacting with your opponent on the terms that you like moving towards your setups. Like, you want to play around your setups for your good punishes. Not just, like, trying to hit your opponent with anything and then reacting to advantageous positions.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I hope. And watching it again, it does.
Well, no. Like, I'm right here, right now. Like, what are your questions or thoughts on this? Like, I'm curious what is going through your head.
Could you say it again?
Yeah. So, let me think of it. So, think of like Jigglypuff, okay?
Yeah.
And Jigglypuff, what is the way you play Jigglypuff? You look for two things. You look for, like, edgeguard kills, and you look for rest kills. And what is the easiest Jigglypuff in the world to beat? It's the one that just keeps back airing. And they're not up air resting, they're not up tilt resting, they're not up throw resting, they're not looking for a back throw into a gimp. They're just like trying to space and do double jump nair fast fall into you and then hit you with a forward air and a back air. And so like they're not using their moves that are like the highest value. You know, it's like not all of your moves when they hit lead to a situation where your opponent dies. You know, like this back air, when you hit them here, your opponent is not in a combo. You know, like when you go for this follow-up, your opponent can exit. But like
Right.
if you are in a situation where instead of like, let's say instead of this back air, let's just say for the sake of, you know, argument or whatever, you instead of this back air, you land and then you dash dance and they just like whiff an up tilt or a grab or something, and then you run in and grab them. Out of this grab, there's all these options that can happen where your opponent is actually in a combo. And so you just need to make sure that like if you're gonna try to hit your opponent, you don't want to hit like their armor.
Gotta hit your nut.
You want to get like a kill shot. Every interaction should be your attempt at like a rest. It should be your attempt at a kill shot. Every single interaction. You should not have interactions where you're like, oh, I outspaced him, back air, and you're like, haha, I got the back air. Not on a character you can zero death. Maybe on Puff, because you need the damage. But you can kill Falco at any percent. You can combo Falco at any percent. So, like, you want a kill opening, an opening like an up tilt, because up tilt will give you, you know, up tilt, up tilt, up tilt, up air, up air, up air, whatever like that. You know, like, you get big combos out of it. So just focus...
So even though I could land this back air, I should rather instead set up a better situation.
Yeah, like, even though you see a situation where you might be able to hit with this back air, it doesn't matter, because you don't want the back air. The back air doesn't give you high value. So you don't...
it ruins the situation.
It's not even that it ruins the situation, it's that, like, because you weren't guaranteed to get a good opening out of this.
Yeah, it's from that. Oh, hold on. Why couldn't I just do back air then do the dash dance thing?
Because this back air is an interaction with Falco, so it incurs risk. That's why. Okay. So, like, once this back air has hit, it's not a negative for you. Obviously, getting some damage with a back air is good. And now you're... But what I'm saying is that, let's say right here, when you go for this back air, what if instead of this up air, Falco hits a high laser on you, and then JC shines or up tilts, and then you get comboed to death. So you have to think of, like, best case, worst case. And if your worst case is, well, if they guess right, they kill me, then you don't want your best case to be like, yeah, 10 damage, yeah, you know? Like, yeah. So it's like, if you are going to take this risk that, like, I'm going to go for this move, Falco might kill me off of it. If there's any chance that Falco can kill you off of it, you want a chance to be able to kill Falco out of it, too. You know, like, if you're...
Which is not in this case at all.
Which
isn't happening here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an equivalent of, like, let's say you're playing against Marth with Fox on FD, and obviously, like, Marth gets more off of a grab than Fox does, because he can SDI out and stuff like that.
Right.
And so it's like, let's say you just played a match against Marth, and all you were doing was grabbing, and all the Marth was also doing was grabbing, and it was on FD. You would probably lose the majority of the games, because the value of him landing a grab is higher than the value for you landing a grab. And so you want to specifically avoid risks where, like, your reward is like, oh, if you lose $1,000. If you win $10. It's not a good... You wouldn't want to play that game. Like, you wouldn't want to enter that casino. But if it's like, if you lose $100, and if you win $150. Or even if you lose $100, and if you win $100.
Yeah,
But
even or better.
yeah, even or better, exactly. But you're like, and if let's say you're in a situation where maybe they could kill you, and you could kill them, but you feel like you're in a like it is even like possible risk. But let's say you feel like the odds of your move hitting them are higher, then you're good. But if you're like, I have a 99% chance to hit 10 damage, and 1% of the time I die, it's the value can be like, basically there are muddy spaces, like in that case, where it's like 99% of the time I hit 10 damage and 1% of the time I die. Maybe it is worth it, But a lot of times, you want to just focus on the most, like, that's more of like a nuanced case. And you want to focus more on like this big picture of like, I don't want to be in situations where they could kill me. And I want them to be in situations where I could kill them. And this is a situation where Falco can kill you, but you can't kill Falco. Therefore, kind of good for Falco. And that's why you don't want to do it. So yeah, you throw out of like a lot of these moves. Like if these nairs hit, you're not killing Falco off of it. These are big, like this full hop nair. These are all risks. You could be losing off of these nairs, but you're not getting any potential like kills off of them. So like if you're gonna be spamming these things, you want to be spamming, shines, grabs, up tilts, down airs, the things that up airs, the things that really lead to the kills. But you're focusing so hard on like, I'm gonna outspace them with my moves that do nothing when I outspace them. It's not like an effective strategy to focus so hard on spacing that you're not able to actually get them. And yeah, once they're at high percent like this, it's all about the spaced back air. Because the back air can
kill. I'm
kill.
putting all my coins in the wrong slots.
I'm
putting my coins in the wrong slots.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you're still taking a lot of risks here when you're behind. You probably want to play a little safer. There's just like a lot of like risk reward that you're not seeming to like perceive. Where it's like, and this spot, like, I get it. You're trying to back air Falco and he's just kind of outplaying you. Like, oh, nice shine on a shield. But like, it's more important at like 0, because like this is a back air where like at high percent this back air is great, right? Because if you hit them they die, but that back air is not good at low percent because if you hit them they don't die. Okay, this was a good drill. If you had comboed out of this drill, you would have been in good shape. Like bam, grab, and then drill, turn around, grab, or up tilt or something, get a big combo. So I'm just not seeing you get big combos. And I think a lot of it is that, like, the majority of the match is not spent in the pursuit of big fat combos. The majority of the match, you're just like, space, don't get hit by his moves. Space. And it's like, wait a minute. You know what the Falco's thinking? Give me that big fat combo. Give me that combo. Give me that combo. And like... And like that, when they hit you, they hit super duper hard. But you who are focused on spacing are like, yep, outspaced, 20 damage, outspaced again, 20 damage.
Yeah.
And then they hit you and they're just like, yeah, gimme, 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 and you die. And so it's like, obviously, gimme, gimme, gimme is not like a professional way to play a fighting game. Like, obviously that is a losing strategy to just be a gimme, gimme, gimme guy. But
fighting worse Falcos, it's so easy, but fighting like Falcos who are even or better it's difficult. It's really hard.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably just because, they're a little bit like sharper. Like they're a little bit more deadly. And so because when you're playing worse Falcos, they're probably not hitting as hard. And so all you get is the
punish is stronger on them as well. I get it more often.
Probably because, they're not trying as hard to hit you, so you're less focused on outspacing them. Because it seems like it's like all of your focus is going towards, like, outspacing. So basically, there's this way to play this matchup that a lot of foxes fall into. There's a friend of mine who specifically falls into this, where like the matchup.
Is it worth watching them? Have any
No.
videos? Okay.
The matchup. The idea is basically that you treat it like Falco can do whatever he wants, and then you are required to do very specific, precise answers, or else you'll get down air shine, you know? And that's not the right way to think about it in this matchup. I would say for you, okay, because we're reaching the end of the lesson now, right? So I want to get to like the homework / like diagnosis type thing.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, and so here's what I want you to do in this matchup going forward is play like kind of disrespectfully, just for a bit, like a month or two or something. Maybe like a month. I want you to play kind of disrespectfully and focus really hard on just trying to force the good big combo openings. So like be a little bit more down to just kind of go in on Falco, but go in with like the intent to get a big combo. Because what we really need to do here to break you out of this is for you to get like a bunch of hours of experience being like, I tried to hit Falco with my super combo starter and I did. Because once you can just spam good combo starters and hit them, then you know all a neutral opening really is, in a lot of cases, is you want your super deadly combo, but you wait half a second and then you do your super deadly combo, you know, and like, so doing the super deadly combo part is like the important part, and you can always add a layer or two of like intelligent neutral on top of it. But you're like playing this matchup from like a position of kind of weakness, that they're hitting harder and you're kind of scared of their stuff, and they don't really need to be scared of your stuff. And so you really want to like do the complete opposite of that and be like, I'm the scary, punished, cracked, brainless fox that just hits you and kills you off of anything, and I don't even know why, but like, here I go and I'm gonna land my big up air combo or whatever. I want you to go way harder in that direction, like super, super far in that direction for a little bit. And,
what about neutral? Like, I assume you don't mean just do the stupid nair, but instead of nair, it's drill.
Yeah,
so
I kind of do mean that. Like,
normal,
like,
wait, what?
like, because the thing is, people think that you get better by constantly improving the quality of your gameplay. And so a lot of people have this big issue where they don't want to let go of things that they feel like they've gotten to. They're like, I got this to a 6, and you're telling me to bring it down to a 3, but I worked so hard to make it a 6. And it's like, yeah, you bring it down to a 3 while you're working on this thing that's like a 0.1. And once the 0.1 thing is at a 6, you can just bring the other thing back up to a 6.
Right, just implement it again.
So like, it's just you need a heavy focus on changing your patterns by doing these different things. Not on like 99% my normal patterns, add in this little thing. I'm telling you, I want you to go full in on this totally other thing, because it's like a piece of the game against Falco you're mentally missing.
Believe it or not, I am an Uncle Punch fiend, so if you have something that you want me to do there, also...
No, I want you to find Falco players, and I want you to try your hardest to just fish for your good opening and not care.
Okay. Okay.
Like, it's not about Uncle Punching. It's because in Uncle Punch, they're not hitting you back. The problem is, and like you said, you're good against the bad Falcos because they're not hitting back. You need to be playing some of these Falcos that you are afraid of, but you need to be the guy who execution tests for your crazy fish combo. Like, you need that.
For my games that you're saying for me to do, should I be expecting to just play them and be looking to like take the stocks and then leave it at that, but probably still get bodied in the game?
No.
I know the results probably do not matter at all.
Yeah, so first of all, results do not matter, and you are not... It's not about being focused on taking the stocks right now as much, because taking the stocks is being focused on the result of the game. I want you to be focused on, like, the fact that you are taking initiative with situations against Falco, specifically with openings that will get you big combos. So
That's the bottom line.
I want to see something like Falco's in the corner and you're here, and instead of doing this dash dance where you eventually just get downed in the face by Falco, I want you to do something like dash dance, full hop, nair to platform, drop, nair on his shield, shine grab, up throw, and then combo him out of it. And then
you won't be pressing buttons.
Huh?
You won't be pressing buttons.
I want you to be pressing... No, I want you to be pressing the setups for your combos over and over. So yeah, I want you to be pressing buttons, but it's not quite that simple because it needs to be the buttons that give you big combos. Yeah. And it's just that you are not comfortable enough breaking in, getting a combo, and killing him. And so you end up in this, like, sort of like, very conservative neutral options thing. Whereas later it becomes like, I'm gonna break in and hit Falco with my murder combo. And Falco's like, my defense is perfect. No, you can't. And then you end up playing a real neutral where he's keeping himself safe, but he's looking for his big combo. And you're keeping yourself safe, but you're looking for your big combo, you know? But that's like eventually. Right now, you really need to be like this, like, explosive combo pressure-y type Fox. And not like, go, go, go. It's just that I want you to, like, get practice being like, Falco was there, and I tried really hard to force my way in with drill grab. And then I did, and I killed him, or I got a big combo out of it. You just need to get, like, hundreds of those experiences as fast as possible.
Okay. Is that my final takeaway for this lesson?
Yes.
Before I head out?
Yes, definitely.
Right. Thank you. Anything else you wanted to say?
Nope, that's the biggest thing, and good luck practicing this. If you have any questions or confusions or anything, feel free to hit me up about it.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
See you in probably a month.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good, man. Good luck.
Yeah, see ya.
Peace.